Oh, hello. So today we're going to be looking at this phone here. This is, can you see that? This is Wintouch MX5. This came from King Sook, which is in the UAE, and it cost just over about $100. When I picked it up, the first thing I thought was, yep, it feels very, very nice. It don't feel cheap. It's got that kind of iPhone 5 feel to it, even a bit of an iPhone 5 look. So let me just get into the spec. Here's the box. The box came with the usual charger, etc., and it had one of these back cases, plastic covers. So I'm just looking here in the box. It says that I never heard of this brand before a couple of weeks ago, and the internet address is a UAE address, so perhaps it is Dubai company. So the specification for the Wintouch MX5 is 5-inch 720 HD screen. It has a 64-bit MTK processor 1.3. It is 4G LTE. It's 2 gig of RAM, 16 GB ROM. Takes a micro SD up to 64 GB. It would also dual SIM. The camera is 13 megapixel and 5 megapixel. Comes with Android 5.1. It has this 2.5D curved glass, and the battery is 2350 mAh. So what do you get for this price of $100 and something dollars, just over $100? Okay, well, as I said, my initial my thoughts when I picked it up, it feels very good quality. It really does feel. It's not heavy, but it have a nice solid feel to it. The screen, I think, is very nice. The colors excellent. It's pin sharp. I would say the only negative about the screen is the the black border. For me, I think that could have been smaller, certainly at the top and bottom, but again, this is the price that we pay for buying a cheaper phone. You can see the bottom here with the two grills here, and the micro USB. Top is for your headphone. Now I particularly like, it's maybe difficult to see here, the round the edges, this kind of indentation all the way around. It makes it easier to grip, and even though the phone in itself is quite slippy, this kind of ridge under here, a valley, whatever you want to call it, makes it easier to hold. Now, what it does remind me of is that HomeTom HT17 Pro that I had. It had almost the same idea around the edge, except HomeTom was made of plastic. This is metal and plastic here. I'm not sure if you can see on the back. It has this kind of design. It looks nice. Originally I'd ordered a different colour, and I don't know if they were out of stock. I think I ordered the gold colour, and it took them ages to even update me, but then they said it was out of stock and the only one they had was white. So I said fair enough. It's really I'm not going to be using it for myself. Mostly it's going to be for sale. So let's just get into a wee bit more. I did Antutu, and strangely when I was doing the Antutu, it took a while to, it didn't seem that it was going to run, but eventually it did. So what did we get? Okay, can you see my device down there? It was a 24,500. So you know, that's probably kind of average, what I would expect. I thought maybe it'd be a bit quicker. Antutu confirmed that the specifications, so definitely 2 GB of RAM, the 16 GB ROM, and the processor. So that was nice, but sometimes I'm wondering now, is Antutu telling the truth after my experience yesterday with the S-Color P9? But that's what we have, so you'll make of that what you will. I'll just change in the background here just to have a look. Themes, let's see, black here. I'm really, if you can see here, I mean, that's very, very deep black with that red rose in the middle, and it is, I'm really impressed with this screen. Now, I'm not sure it comes with any kind of toughened glass. I do see that it has a screen protector on it. So one would hazard a guess that it's probably not Corning Gorilla Glass, so one would have to be careful. Just fiddling around here with the settings, and this one I like. And you can see by me flicking around here, I mean, it's very fast. There's no lag at all. I put my SIM card in it and made one call to my wife to tell her that I love her, and the call quality was, I would say, above average. I put one song on to listen to on me, oh, I like that one as well, with my Jaybird X2s, and again I thought the sound was above average. I was more than happy with it. Now, what it will come down to most people will be, I think, the price and the size of the screen. And I know that a lot of people, certainly people with smaller hands, are not so keen on the bigger screen, 5.5 inch, or even like that one I reviewed yesterday, the S-Color P9, which is 6 inch. I mean, these are big phones. Now this one is a lot easier on the hand to manage. It's a lot easier on the eye to look at. I just feel that screen is pin sharp, and you know, this is the kind of size that is easily manageable for people. A lot of people still like it, so you know, it's great. It's still good for browsing the internet, and you know, you could push watch a movie on this. I think when I checked to YouTube, it looked pretty decent. Having said that, I only checked my channel, and you know, there's nothing worse than listening to some Scottish guy with a cold rabbit on about phones. But yeah, I mean, it looked alright. The camera, 13 megapixel. Well, look, I'm not an expert, so I'm going to give Wintouch the benefit of the doubt and say that yeah, it was. I thought that the camera looked quite nice. The photograph. Where's the? Ooh, see, as soon as I put it onto my palm of my hand, the back was very slippy. Let me just find the camera app for you, and we will do a quick. And let me see. Yeah, I mean, look, is it really 13, or is it interpolated? It probably is. Again, I thought the selfie, and I'm not going to do a selfie right now, nobody wants to see my face. The selfie camera I thought was pretty good. So I would say for taking casual photographs, that kind of thing, doing a wee bit of video, I'm sure it will suffice anybody's needs. I really think this phone comes down to the two things of the screen and the general look of it. I think it looks quite classy. I really do. Now, do I think it is worth the price that I paid? I'm going to say no. I don't think it is worth the price that I paid, and it's only because I think that if it's not the quality of that screen, as I said, it's pin sharp. I just feel that the black border, if that had been less, really, that would have made this phone, on my eyes, look a lot better. Certainly on the feel of it, it is nice. I like this design around the edges. I think it's pretty cool, and I think anybody who would hold this in their hands would agree that it's very nice to hold. All the other functions, I think it's everything else works pretty decent for similar spec phones. I was disappointed with Antutu. I thought it would be a wee bit faster than less than 25,000, but I thought it might have been 26 or 27. But I think really for most people who are looking for a budget phone and want something that's not plasticky, too plasticky feeling, and maybe something that's just a wee bit different in the hand, this might be an option. I would double check www.wintouch.ae and look at their website to see what other phones that they have, because if they're at least of this build quality, it's definitely worth a look. Has a notification light before I forget, and the sound from the speaker was more than, it's just, I thought it was probably better than average. So there's a lot of things on this phone that are better than average. I'm just not sure it was worth the money that I paid for it. I think that there's certainly better phones out there, and there's probably bigger phones if people are more into 5.5 inch screen. I feel that maybe this phone was $10-20 too expensive, but it's not bad. And if you can forgive the black border, the screen is very vibrant, and I think anybody looking at it would be hard pushed to see the difference between this and the iPhone 5 screen. My wife has had iPhones for years. She's on her iPhone 6S at the moment. But if I compared these two screens together with a similar background, I think people really would not see a discernible difference. I just want to check what the brightness level was on here. So the brightness level was just above the 50% mark, it's probably about 60%. So still plenty bright. So for me, I do like it. I like the screen. I think it's got a nice design. I don't like the black border. The price, well, I just think it was maybe a wee bit expensive for what it is. And I believe in KSA the price is more expensive. So if you're in KSA and you're watching this, then you may save yourself 100 reals by finding this on one of the websites from the UAE. So really, that is my quick review of this Wintouch MX5 720p, 2GB of RAM, 16GB of internal memory, dual SIM. Now I suppose the good thing is 4G LTE, so maybe I'm expecting too much from my phones these days. It's not a bad phone. It's a good looking phone. The black border does ruin it a bit for me. and as I stated, I would like to have seen a bigger score with Antutu, but I think if anybody gave me it for a gift, I would say yes, thank you. You know, it would definitely be. I wouldn't say no. Now the only other thing before I go is the button here. You know, the volume rocker, and the button here is on the right hand side, and I don't know why I'm finding that quite difficult. I'm right-handed. I think I'm used to things being here. This is where the SIM tray is here, so I find that a bit awkward. That could just be me, you know, and most other people might not find it a problem. The rest of it, well, see what you think. It looks alright. Any questions? Any comments? The usual. Again, I will apologize for the cold. My voice is a bit nasally. Just leave anything. I will do my best to answer them. That's it. Bye.